Hello there, friends. Welcome to Start Early Today, your daily dose of mindfulness and positivity. Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. We're enjoying some warm weather, a couple of days of warm weather, today specifically being very hot in this season of fall, which is pretty unusual. And that's the beauty of life. It's unpredictability. Expect nothing and just always be ready. And this also applies into the way we look at things. Everything happens for a reason. The only thing that is constant that we have control over is the way we show up. So how are you showing up today? Make time to assess your power. This can be done by centering yourself. You can center into your truth and tune into the virtues and the values that you feel inclined to be. That feels true to your innermost nature. That is aligned to your highest aspirations. Nothing is ever stagnant. Everything is in flow, in flux, and changing. And are you changing for the better, or are you changing downward? And this can be done by looking at yourself, looking at your results, looking at your actions, looking at where you have been spending time in your head. What thoughts are you entertaining and putting your precious vital energy on? Are they thoughts of limitations and scarcity? Or are you tuned into abundance, possibility, and gratefulness? So tune into your intuitive mind, for it is a sacred gift. And there's also a part of you that is rational, that is your limbic system, that's your limbic mind, the analytical one. We always analyze, but that's not the totality of what we are. Catch yourself if you're always looking at what you're gonna get out of a situation, what is the gain, what is a personal gain out of an interaction, and lean towards more on truly listening to another being instead of your idea of the person and persuading him or her and everybody to your opinions and ideas. All of the opinions and ideas that you have are pretty much limited and mostly wrong, because the absolute truth is only the divine, the divinity that runs the whole show. Satchitananda, the unified field, the truth of the cosmos. So tune into those truths, the universal truths, instead of the truths that are whispered to you by your ego, your personality. Your personality is a very small part of what you truly are. Your role, your persona, your identity. This can be all changed and built upon. So through the use of deliberate practice, imagination, discipline, you can imagine a project that you really want to create and allot your time and energy towards it, and to truly build something that is of value. It takes a little bit of, things that you're not used to doing. And you will only be not used to it for a certain while. Give it 2 weeks. So try being a nice person for 2 weeks, or try being a healthy person for 2 weeks, try being a patient person for 2 weeks, and it will become a habit. But first you gotta choose, the power of choice. So balancing the intuitive nature and the rational mind is of importance. It is a very important skill. So your hunch, tuning into your hunch, is this for the greater good? Is this helping me push the needle towards my highest aspirations? And if you continuously imagine and tune into your why, your greatest purpose, God's mission for you, you'll never run out of energy and help. Help is out there. All the other beings out there are ready to serve you. They're ready. They are a perfect match for a certain moment for your evolution. But if you are too comfortable or too persistent in doing things your own way, you might progress, but it is of a slow one, okay? So try collaborating, becoming more synergistic and opening to listening to new ideas, and putting on some ideas that you might think are the opposite of what you usually think. If you're used to listening or reading self-help material, try reading and consuming some novels. And there you'll open up some new worlds. You get to reacquaint with the parts of yourself that have yet to be discovered. And each day we have this opportunity. Each day is a clean slate to become the best person that we can be. And whatever pain you might be going through right now, all of those are needed and impermanent. And it's all up to us if we are to learn in joy, or we're gonna learn through pain or through suffering. Because we all know that pain is inevitable, and suffering is optional, and it's all dependent on the way we look at things. Because if you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. Try to love unconditionally, have no requirements, have no judgments, and be okay with being judged, because such is the nature of life. And just forgive everybody, for they do not know what they do. Shout out to the great person who said that. It's Jesus. He is part God, part human, and he came to earth to spread the message that you are God too. So within you lies an unconditional, inexhaustible love that's capable of accepting and understanding all the circumstances in your life. And your life is just so small compared to the cosmos. And if you zoom out to the universe, you'll just be thankful that you had this one day to experience as a human, to be able to be in nature, to experience the wind on your face and the warmth of the sun, to be able to drink clean water. So be thankful. We are grateful, and the moment you start to be grateful, you're thinking gratitude, all of it will become magnetized onto you and will multiply. It's gonna multiply. That which is likened to itself is drawn. And that is the nature of God and of creation. And the opposite of that is not life. Anything that is not of love and not of creation and multiplication and compounding, that is separation and segregation and deterioration. And anything of that nature withers away. So that's what they call dying daily, because parts of you are being let go daily. Not in the literal sense of death, but it's more of a renewal, a rebirth. So Each and every moment you can attain absolution and atonement if you tune into your heart and look at things where there are kinks. If there are mini wars and contending of realities in your heart, try to practice rising up to the situation and loving what is, and whatever arises, you can learn to love that. You can love it. You don't need to become a fan of it or become a diehard obsessed fan of a thing, but you can give it grace and respect and stay in equanimity and do not harbor any imbalanced feelings in your heart. So make pure thy heart. That's the mantra that I always go to, hence the name of the food blog, hence the name of my Substack. It's making pure of thy heart, and it can be done in 2 seconds. In just choosing to become the Buddha, choosing to become Zen, to be at one with the universe, to not need anything, because everything you need is contained in you. Everything's happening, and you're just automatically, you're vibrating, you are expressing the divine effortlessly. Imagine when you were a kid. Imagine all the kids playing, and restrictions are just imposed upon because of fear. So you can stare fear in the face and question its validity. You can question its integrity. Those are just illusions. Do you ever had that experience when you tried something that you're really afraid of and then you discovered it ain't no thing? I experienced it when I was a yoga teacher, when I moved to America, when it was the first day of culinary school, when it was going on tour, on stages, writing the book. And once you do it, the universe conspires to your favor. The universe yields, and it gives you powers. It gives you powers through being able to download special and specific information from the cloud. It's in the cloud. It's in the Akashic records. So everything you need to do, everything you need to attain, it's all laid out. You just need to walk it. And the important thing is to start walking it and to inquire what is the best way to spend my time with today that is most aligned to my highest divine purpose. Okay, speaking of goals, there are 2 sources of goals. Goals created out of inspiration and goals created out of desperation. So always remember, before you start and head on out into any activity, know that you are complete. That anything that you give to the world is an addition to the world to make it even more colorful and vibrant and more diverse. And to create out of desperation is a losing game, because you'll never be satisfied if you come out of desperation, if you come out of inadequacy and thirstiness. All is complete. You're complete. So in what ways are you complete right now? In what ways are your projects perfectly aligned today? So when goals are created out of desperation, we feel a large sense of urgency. Although urgency sometimes is a good productivity tool, it is not for the long run. So it's best that you function out of inspiration, and the thing to do is to inspire yourself each day, and that's what we are doing right now. I'm here to inspire you. I inspire you to become inspirited, to become tapped into the Holy Spirit, your spirit, your innermost life, the life that's moving your cells. And now you, as a human, as a beautiful, courageous, joyful human, how are you to carry yourself? And how are you to deploy your day? How are you managing your skills? Are you sharpening your tools? How's your productivity and output? Is your gift being of use to the world? So we all have gifts. It can be kinesthetic gifts, gifts of physicality, gifts of mathematics. You can be inclined to music, a certain inkling to rhythm and sound. Are you proficient in that? There are many gifts. There's 5 of them, so you better look into it and see where you're most inclined towards, what feels most natural to you, and explore that in a more specified way. Specificity. If we apply the power of focus, your actions shall be more powerful. You will then become the 20% that brings 80% of the result. That's the Pareto principle. It's discussed in my blog, startearlytoday.com. Feel free to check it out. So, what are your aspirations? What are your goals? How are you gonna attain it? What actions are you gonna take today that will bring you closer to your goal? And goals can change. And it's okay. Just don't change them every day. Allow change for give it 90 days. Give it 90 days. One specific habit done for 1 hour, 90 days. For 90 days. And then see and look at your data. Look at your data and see where you want to move, and take those big leaps. Because the spirit, they whisper in big leaps. It wants you to become just amazing. Become audacious. Go for gold. Go for the moon. Shoot for the moon. Go for your dreams. And sometimes we sell ourselves short because of other people's opinions and the need for their approval. But what is it truly that you feel true inside your heart? As ridiculous as it may seem, these audacious dreams of yours, and hold steadfast. Okay? I believe that what is this quote from Napoleon Hill? I demand of myself consistent and persistent effort for the attainment of my goals, because I know deep within me that I can attain, and whatever I set my mind to, I can achieve. People are out there. What's your participation? Are you building a brand? Are you building community? Are you creating products? Are you designing? Are you designing rooms? It's up to you. That's it for today. I hope you got inspired. Namaste.